What's up? I'm gonna take off my glasses. Oh wait, oh my god, I look so real. Blue hair, Yunjin supremacy. Agreed. I'm gonna scroll through the comments of my post asking you guys to ask me some questions. I'm okay. Don't worry. What is a book that brings you a whole new understanding? Ways of Seeing by John Berger. It talks about how media influences the way that we perceive things, because everything you see is everything you see is like told or portrayed in a certain perspective. So you can never be neutral when you look at something that's being portrayed to you. Okay, wait, someone asked me to take my hat off. Is this what you wanted? Okay, I'm so sorry, but I think I'm gonna need to put my hat on. Actually, no, I won't, because my hair is messy, and what are you gonna do about it? Any diet tips? I am not the person to ask, because I'm very not a fan of diet culture. I'm always really pressured to attain a certain body type, when it's just not realistic. And you don't need to look like something to be of worth. Real beauty comes from within. I think if your soul is beautiful, that's all you really need. How do you motivate yourself when you're feeling tired and down? I could use some advice, LOL. Just think of what I really want in life. And just tell myself that if I want that, I'm going to have to put up with this. I make like a little promise to myself, if I get through this, and I'm going to, get myself yogurt or like I don't know, just like I don't know, get really annoying and romanticize the little things. Like, oh, today I'm gonna braid my hair, and then that'll be like your little thing of the day. Like, yeah, I feel really down and I feel really tired, but at least I braided my hair. That's what I do. What's the memory from your childhood that has impacted you? There's a lot of traumatic memories, actually. Ah! But I think those memories are what have made me into the person I am today. Do I believe in the butterfly effect? Is that kind of like the thing where like the theory where everything is connected to each other, and it's like big events are determined by whether or not something happened or did not happen, like as like small and minuscule as like a butterfly? Is that what it means? Wait, let me know in the comments. I don't know, man, leave me alone. The butterfly is basically any minor change can have a big effect on everything. That is something that I definitely believe. What inspired me to write Crazier? Before Crazy became an album, when it was like still in the talks and we were just starting to write Crazy, they were like, maybe this time around you should write the title and we should work on the title track together. So we were talking about our ideas for Crazy, and at first it was like kind of like a little more emotional than what it is now, and that's kind of the direction that I wanted to go. I sent them a few demos. It was like a little less like crazy. It was more like the beat was like fun and upbeat, but the melody was kind of like emotional. And I guess the message that I wanted to say and the direction we ended up going wasn't all, like compatible. So I was like, oh, I should just write about my side of Crazy for like my solo stuff then. So I was writing that, and then in the middle of like easy promotions, they were like, oh wait, I think we're gonna need like us, like you're kind of crazy too. Like, will you write something for like the album that's a little more like emotional and like honest about how you really feel about Crazy? So I was like, okay. And so I wrote I wrote Crazier, I think, after Inkigayo. Aw, Crazier feels like a comfort song. Thank you. It was supposed to be, like, a lot more upbeat. Like, the beat was supposed to be, like... I don't know how to explain it. But it came out a little more, like, emotional. Like, a lot more of a ballad that I intended. But you need a ballad here and there, I guess. How can you deal with a one-sided friendship? Ooh. One-sided as in you're the only person who actually cares. I think it's a really hard decision to make, but at some point you're going to need to realize your self-worth. And if that means, if choosing yourself means you're going to have to cut off a relationship, that is, I think, also a really important part of growing up. Because, yeah, like, friendships or any relationship isn't transactional. Like, you shouldn't expect something from someone just because you did something for them. But if it's very blatantly like, oh, I'm the only person who cares, and they don't seem to be, like, concerned about me, even when I voice my, you know, my concerns or, you know, my feelings about said person's actions, then I think there will come a time you feel it's more draining than fulfilling. And I think all friendships should be fulfilling in some sort of way. How do I like savor it? I would also say to vocalize it to the people around you. Tell them that you love them and tell them that you're thankful. Like, shoot your mom a text. Oh, thank you so much for, you know, for making me a coffee in the morning. Like, you must have been also really tired, but thank you for putting in the effort for me. Or tell someone you're sorry. There's so many times we make a mistake or misspeak or act upon impulse and we regret it like a few moments later, but we don't have the courage to say I'm sorry. But it's such a mature, such a real, authentic thing to go back and tell that person, I'm sorry, I was a little sensitive. Do I like chai tea? Of course I like chai tea. I feel like if you are a chai hater at Chewonin Inte, there is something that must be dealt with deep inside. Like, what hatred do you have against chai? One last thing. I just want to say that I am really happy, okay? And really, really thankful to have good people in my life and people who recognize me for me and our team as our team. So, you don't need to look anything, you don't need to look too deeply into anything beyond that. Okay? And like I said in my Weavers post, it gets so easy to be all cynical and like snarky and sly because that's what gets you the most, engagements. We love you so much. Bye!